Right, so last week we just had a quick run over about, just to get you talking.
Yeah.
Yeah? So what we're going to do today is we're going to pick a subject which I think is really good, and we're not picking the subject as a PST, we're picking the subject as a tool we can use to learn with, yeah?
Okay.
So it's going to be emerging, and I'm going to never have done it before, yeah?
All right.
So, if we just have a look here. It's very important that when we come to a subject, you know what I would have learned before, yeah?
Yeah.
So, on the controls lesson, after a controls lesson, I would know how to set myself up.
Yeah.
Yeah? But obviously you still need to watch me because I might make errors, like I might be moving around as I adjust the mirrors, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you say to me, set yourself up as normal, I would know how to do it, yeah?
Yep.
I would know phrases like, we call them technical terms, press the gas, thickness of a pound coin, yeah? In the same way I would know break the thickness of a pound coin, break another thickness of a pound coin. So I would have learned all of that on the cockpit drill.
Yeah.
Yeah? Then I would have had a chance to actually put it into action on the moving up and stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah? So on the moving up and stopping, I would have learned the POM routine.
Okay.
Prepare, observe, move, yeah?
Yep.
So if you say to me, prepare yourself as normal, like when it comes to teaching me a new subject, like emerging, let's say,
Yep.
I would know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you wouldn't have to go in and say, set the gas, thickness of a pound coin, bring the clutch up a centimetre at a time, that's enough. That would be over instruction. Yeah? I would also understand the technical, the physical aspect of cover the brake.
Yeah.
Yeah? So if you say to me, cover the brake, physically I'd know how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah? But because I'm learning a new exercise today, mentally I wouldn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I wouldn't know when to do it.
Sure.
So if you just said to me here, right, Tony, we're going to move off here and we're going to come up to the emerge. As we get near the emerge, I want you to cover the brake. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm either going to cover it too late,
Yep.
which is going to be a disaster, or I'm going to cover it too early.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I need you to tell me when to cover the brake, which I'm going to help you with today, yeah?
Yep.
So physically, it's a skill I can do,
Yep.
but mentally, with a new subject, I wouldn't be able to do it, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't know when to do it, yeah?
Do you do the brakes of the thickness of a pound coin as well?
Yeah, I'll talk you through that on, as we approach. I'm not going to ask you to teach me immersion straight away. I'm going to do what we call a follow through. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll actually tell you what to say. You say it back, and then we'll go from there in the prompt of practice. Yeah.
Yep.
So once I've done them first two lessons, also on the moving up and stopping, I wouldn't say that I would actually know the mirror, signal, position, speed, look routine.
Yeah.
But I would have a fair idea what it's about, yeah?
Yes.
Because I would have used it to stop on the moving up and stopping, yeah? So I would have had to use the mirror, signal, position, speed, look routine, yeah? Does that make sense?
It does.
And then we're skipping the manoeuvres there and we're going straight on to a subject that's a little bit meaty, which is emerging, yeah?
Yep.
And just for the sake of telling you, it's called PST8, yeah?
Okay.
Now, to enable you to carry out this lesson on the day of your exam, the examiner would have had to have done at least left and right hand turns before, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Do you understand the reason why?
Well, because I would say this is like a step further than that. Like you'd struggle to do an emerge if you'd never done a left turn or a right turn before.
Yeah, and also it would mean that obviously to get to the emerges, he would have to turn left and right.
Yeah.
So if he was to say to you, no, I've never ever done left and right hand turns before, I want you to teach me emerging, you'd have to teach him how to do left and right hand turns and emerging, yeah?
Yes.
So obviously that to help the lesson flow, because obviously with a real learner, you would actually follow a very similar structure. You would probably do left and right hand turns first, if you had any sense, yeah?
Yep.
And then you'd probably do emerging after that. And it may well come on the same day if it's a 2-hour lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on the left and right hand turns, I would have learned what mirrors to check. Let's just say I'm turning left. I would have a good idea that I'd check the interior mirror first for distance and speed.
Mm-hmm.
And if I was turning left, I would have a good idea that I'd check the left-hand door mirror afterwards.
Yep.
And I'm looking for cyclists. I wouldn't pop the indicator on, and I certainly wouldn't turn because I'm going to squash the cyclist. Yeah.
Yep.
If I put the indicator on, I may well frighten the cyclist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Position for turning left is not going to be any different until we get near the emerge. Yeah. The speed, again, is very similar. If I was doing left and right hand turns, if I was approaching a left and right hand turn in my last lesson, my instructor would have said to me, there's two speeds to approach it really, is running pace and walking pace. Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you any idea why we'd have running pace and walking pace?
I think if it was like an open emerge and you had plenty of vision,
yes,
you'd
well
go
done.
the running merge.
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
And
So if I was coming up at running speed, I'd probably be around about 10, 12 mile an hour, and I would probably stay in what gear?
if you were approaching,
Yeah.
I'd probably, well, whatever gear you were in to approach, which would have been probably
Yeah.
third
So
or fourth.
so if I'm turning from a major road into a minor road left,
Yeah.
I would
I'd come back to second.
It would probably be second gear.
Yeah.
And then, if it was walking pace, then obviously that's, as you've already hit the nail on the head, it's going to be a closed junction.
Yeah.
So therefore, I need to bring my speed down to walking pace and slip into
First, yeah.
first gear. Yeah, because I can see what's in the junction.
Is there any issues with people selecting first gear when they're moving that slowly?
No.
No issues with that?
No, it's called it's
Like a rolling first?
yeah, rolling first.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the same way. I'm not going to expect you to be getting me to do a rolling first on approach to the emerge straight away today.
Yeah.
But as the lesson progresses on, I would be doing a rolling first
Yeah.
because I'm ready to stop but prepared to go. Yeah.
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 So
That makes sense.
to begin with, would you just go down the scenario of, regardless of what's happening, we're stopping at the junction?
Yeah. And the reason why we need to stop on the emerges initially is that you need to educate me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to educate me on reference points. Like if we're turning left, it's going to be two reference points. One is so I don't encroach over the giveaway line or stop line, whatever the case may be, and so I don't run over the curb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously to do that, you need to stop me, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always a good idea, because with a real learner, have you ever heard the saying, a little bit of knowledge is that can be dangerous?
Yeah.
So because they know how to get the car moving, they may well move before you want them to move. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always a good idea to say to the man, and it's really good practice to say when we come to a merge, right? Don't go until I say so.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about reference points, or I want to talk to you about the junction in general. I want to talk to you about the look routine, or whatever the case may be, and that way I'll be more keen to wait. Yeah.
And you're more in control then as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you don't give me a reason why you want me to wait, then
You might not.
I'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. So obviously, then we're going to come on to the right-hand turns, and again, it's the mirror signal, position, speed, look routine. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So obviously, as we go on, we're going to be doing a brief on this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do the brief to start with today. Yeah. So on the brief, a good way of approaching the brief to help the brief move along and stop you going around houses is, have you ever used the mirror signal, position, speed, look routine? Oh yeah, I done that with Bob last week on my last lesson. We done left and right hand turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would they ever refer to it as a mirror signal manoeuvre, and maybe not quite understand these three together at the manoeuvre section?
No, they.
Are they taught this whole thing from the outset? Generally, hopefully.
Yeah, because it's, it is a routine that you have to teach, and it is a routine that they would need to learn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can start the brief. Right, last week when you were turning left, what mirrors did you check first?
Yeah.
And obviously I might not get all the answers right, but I'll check the interior mirror first.
Mm.
And what did you check there first? Oh, it was that flat glass true picture, yeah?
Yeah.
which I would have learnt on the first lesson, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And whereabouts did you normally signal? Oh, about 7 car lengths away. And what was your position on approach to the left-hand turns? That was my normal driving position, about a metre from the curb, yeah?
Yep.
So then the only thing that you really need to work on, even though there is a link there with the speed, you
Yeah.
can say, well, you know, did you have different speeds for approaching last week, you know, when you were doing left and right-hand turns? Oh yeah, Bob said to me, I need to approach this one at walking pace because I can't really see what's around the corner. And there could be a pedestrian crossing the road, or there could be a skip dumped
Yep.
on the corner, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then he said to me, on other ones where I can see well into the corner, then I can approach it at running speed.
Yeah.
And maybe stay in second gear, yeah? So then that only leaves you with the look routine to teach you,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we'll come into. We'll come on to in a minute, yeah.
Okay.
So obviously you weren't here last week. So initially, I would need you to talk me through the mirrors, the signal, the position,
Yep.
the speed, the look routine, yeah.
Yep.
But then as the lesson progresses, and I've heard you talk me through the mirror, signal, position, and the speed, I'll be inclined to give you a lifeline and say, well, that's exactly what I've done on approach these left and right hand turns
Yeah.
last week, yeah?
Mm.
So you can then kind of pass
Build
that bit
on
over
from
to
that.
me,
Yeah.
and then it just leaves you with the important bit of the look routine, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yep.
Right, so what I'll do is I'll talk you through a few,
Mm-hmm.
alright? With any new subject, whether it be emerging or pedestrian crossings, it's identification that's really important from your point of view, yeah?
Yep.
So it really does help me if you actually identify out loud.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't keep it to yourself. Oh, I see houses facing
Yep.
towards me, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's education for me, isn't it?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I see houses facing towards me, and I see a street lamp right in the middle of the road, right at the end of the road. So therefore, we must be coming to the merge.
Mm.
And then I'll tell you we're going to turn left. If you
Yep.
repeat that back to me, we're going to turn left, yeah?
Yep.
So, I need to be getting the signal on about 6-7 car lengths away.
Yeah.
So to do that, we need to start talking about the routine.
Yeah. As early as we can.
Well, about 12 car lengths away, at
Yeah.
least, yeah?
Yep.
You're not going to get a chance to fill in all the details.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to tell me what mirror to check,
Yeah.
yeah, or what mirrors to check. You can fill in the details afterwards, yeah?
Yep.
But the main thing on those first few is that you get me up and get me stopped at the white line, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to tell me when to stop. I'll give you a bit of help with that.
Yep.
It's important then you pick up a reference point for yourself for where you're sitting,
Yeah.
because obviously you're sitting over there, which
Yeah.
you don't want to be sitting here, yeah?
Did we use it last week where we could see the white line in the mirror?
Yeah, I don't want you to tell me what the reference point is.
Yeah.
I want you to ask me to pick one,
Yeah. Sure.
yeah? Because everybody's different, isn't they?
Yep.
And every car is different, so if you just ask me where the giveaway line cuts into the car,
Yeah.
then if we've stopped in the right place,
Yeah.
then I'll give you the answer. If we stopped in the wrong place, then I'll actually give you some help with it, yeah?
Would you ever help them on the first few stops to get in the right place and then say, right, you're in the right place now, let's pick a reference point?
Would you help me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It
mean, don't
makes sense,
forget,
doesn't it?
yeah, I mean, don't forget, you've got to control me so you can educate me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you've got control of me, you'll have time to stop me in the right place, yeah?
Yep.
The main thing is that I don't try and avoid me going over that white line, yeah?
Yes.
And obviously, as your trainer, I'm only ever going to do that if it's safe to do so, yeah?
Yeah.
If the instructions weren't right, I'd be more inclined to stop short of the white line.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Because obviously I can't put you or any other road user or myself in danger, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so obviously I'll talk you through that. So the first thing is to identify the emerge, and as soon as you identify the emerge,
Yep.
say, oh, we got an emerge coming up.
Yeah.
Then I'll say to you, we're going to turn left. So you just repeat it back to me, we're going to turn left.
We're going to turn left.
Yeah?
Yep.
And then we'll start talking through the mirrors, signal, position, speed, look routine, yeah?
Yep. And
Yeah?
you want the mirrors, you want the indicators on around 6-7 car lengths.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah?
And that would immediately proceed checking the mirror, wouldn't it? So mirror, signal, So
Yep.
maybe 8 car lengths. You'd probably do the mirror check, then roll into the indicators.
Yep.
The position shouldn't be a big deal, really, should it? Because it's just your normal driving position.
Yep.
And then it's just about adjusting the speed down.
Exactly.
To either whether it's closed or open, whether we're going for that running or walking pace.
Yep. So, obviously, I know it's a bit confusing, but I will be able to do the left and right hand turns fine.
Yep.
I will be able to do meeting
Yep.
vehicles fine, yeah? If you're in the slightest bit worried, all you have to say to me is that, have I handled this kind of situation before? If it's a
Yeah.
meeting situation, I'll come back and say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah? But I will be able to handle them, and that's what makes it a bit confusing. You're thinking, well, if you can do this, why can't you do that, yeah? But obviously I need you to teach this subject.
Of course. Yeah.
And to enable you to do that, then I've obviously got to be able to drive between the emerges, otherwise
Yeah.
you'd be teaching me meeting left and right hand turns. And it's just not feasible, yeah?
Okay.
So should you have a go at that?
Yep.
So I'll give you a full talk through on it.
Mhm.
So remember, I have got the physical skills
Yep.
of knowing what cover the brake means.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you say to me cover the brake, I would know what it means.
Yep.
But I won't have the mental skill of knowing when to cover it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then obviously covering the brake on its own is not going to stop
Actually
the car.
stop you, yeah.
So it's brake progressively, thickness a pound coin, thickness a pound coin,
Mhm.
and then tell me exactly where to stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously there'll be steering as well. You'll have to tell me steer to you. That's enough.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And try and remember that word. That's enough.
Yep.
Because otherwise I might carry on steering.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions on that?
No, we'll give it a go.
Yeah. Okay, doke. So, I'm not wrong. So you just told me to set myself up as normal.
Okay. All right, Tony. If you want to set yourself up as normal,
Alright.
as you have done.
Yep.
Excellent.
So just ask me what I can see in the mirrors, just to make sure I set
Yeah.
them up properly.
What can you see in the central mirror there?
Oh, I'm using this black plasticky bit as a picture frame,
Great.
and I'm using the back window as a picture,
Mhm.
and I've managed to frame the whole back window. I can actually see a bit of my head restraint as well,
Okay. Great.
and the side mirrors.
And what can you see in your side mirrors?
I can see the door handles. Got a hedge behind me, but I can see in the middle of the mirror the hedge comes in about in the middle of the mirror,
Okay.
and the same on that side.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Right. So we're going to turn right out of the parking bay,
So we're going to turn right out the parking
and we're
bay.
going to turn right at the junction ahead. But I want you to ignore the junction ahead. I'll deal with that myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So don't worry. I'm gonna talk you through everything.
Okay.
Funny old weather, isn't it?
Yeah. Had all sorts on the way over here.
Yeah, I can imagine. And we're going to turn right.
And we'll turn right here.
Okay. So we're looking at to identify these emerges. Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for houses facing us, possible street lamps,
Yeah.
and kind of anything else really that could, give some idea that there's an emerge approaching. So there's a house facing us just there now. There could be a possibility for one, which it isn't.
And you can probably also
at the other end,
actually
I can see.
control me a little bit by saying no more than 10 mile an hour,
Yeah,
because we're looking for these emerges. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll just stick to around 10 miles an hour as we come to the emerge. So you can see the houses facing us now
All right.
at the
So
end of the road,
we're going to turn left.
and we'll turn left at the emerge.
So you need to start talking me through. Check the
Okay.
interior mirror.
So just check your interior mirror there,
Yeah.
just make
check,
sure that's clear.
check the left-hand door mirror.
And your left-hand door mirror for cyclists.
Pop the signal on now. That's about 6-7 car lengths.
Pop the signal on now. You're 6-7 car lengths away.
And cover the brake.
Just cover the brake.
And just brake the thickness of a pound coin.
Just the thickness of a pound coin on the brake.
Steer towards me
Steer towards me
and tell me when to stop.
and stop now.
All right. Now secure the vehicle, but don't go anywhere until I say so. I want to talk to you about reference points. Yeah.
So just secure the vehicle, don't go anywhere until I say so.
Yeah.
And we'll just have a quick chat about your reference points.
Right. Yeah. So you have actually stopped me exactly in the right place.
Okay.
So what you need to do now, Clark, is get me to pick the reference points. Yeah.
Okay.
So where does the giveaway line cut into the car, Tony?
So where does the giveaway line cut into the car now?
Oh, it's just underneath that door mirror.
Just on the door mirror, okay.
Right, so we have nobody behind us, so you can hold me here as long as you like.
Yep.
Yeah, as long as you're keeping the 9M2 mirrors. So that's your reference point, Tony, for not encroaching over the white line. Because if we did encroach over the white line and there was a car coming from the right, they could actually swerve around us and they could go into that van that's just gone past and it
Yeah.
could be a head-on collision, yeah?
Yep.
It's also very important that we don't stop too short of the giveaway line.
Yep.
Because if I stop too short of the giveaway line, I won't be able to see.
Yep.
And if I have a car behind me, he or she may well get confused and they may just think that I'm stopped.
Yep.
And they might try overtaking me. And of course, I want to get up to the emerge and get out. I might not see them, and as I move away, we could well collide with them, yeah?
Yes.
Now, I also need a reference point so I don't mount the curb,
Yeah.
yeah? So if you ask me, where does the curb there actually cut into the car?
Where does the curb on this side cut into the car?
Oh, just underneath that tax disc.
Great, okay.
So that's now your reference point, Tony. For when you turn, you don't actually mount the curb,
Yep.
which will put pedestrians in danger.
Yep.
So we notice it, I'm giving you loads of detail here, yeah?
Yeah.
And we can give loads of detail at the moment because
Yeah.
we've got nobody behind us, yeah? So this is a live emerge. This is a really good place to learn it, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah? So, prepare yourself to go as normal, but don't go anywhere until I say so.
Okay,
Yeah?
so just prepare yourself to go, but just don't go anywhere yet.
And watch me very carefully.
Okay, I think you might have selected third there instead of first.
Oh, right, sorry.
That's better.
Right, so to try and stop me making that error again, if you actually say to me, it's important, Tony, that we get first gear,
Yep.
because what's going to happen if I try and pull away in third gear?
Yeah, so it's important that we get first gear, because what might happen if we pull away in third?
Tell me.
The car will stall.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Would that be dangerous?
Well, it would be. It would be because you might be halfway out the junction.
Yeah.
There might be someone behind you waiting to go, and they might see you leaving, and they might get on it as well
Good lad.
and come after you.
Good lad. That's the detail, yeah?
Great.
Yeah? Right, so I prepared myself, and then we need to talk about the look routine, yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll look to the right.
So look to the right.
Anybody coming?
Anyone coming?
No? Now, again, there's nobody behind us, so we can sit here a bit longer and actually talk about the look routine.
Yeah.
If there was anybody coming to the right, Tony,
If there was anyone coming from the right.
we need to be able to judge whether we can go in front of them or whether we have to wait. And the way we judge that is that because I'm actually going out into the path of that vehicle. Right, I've got a vehicle behind me now, so you just have to tell me where to look. So look to the right.
Right, look to the right.
Anybody coming?
Anyone coming?
No. Look ahead. Any pedestrians crossing the road?
Anyone pedestrians?
Look to the left.
Look to the left.
Nobody coming.
Nobody coming.
And just tell me to steer.
And just steer towards me and just hold it there.
No, so that's enough, does it?
That's enough.
Yeah. No, that's
And
straight
you
on.
unwind now. Yep.
And then in the new road, just tell me to check the interior mirror.
Just check your interior mirror if anyone's followed you
And
there.
the right-hand door mirror, see if anybody's overtaken me.
And the right hand door mirror, see if you've been overtaken.
And if anybody was overtaking me, it's important I let them go, otherwise I could force them into oncoming cars, yeah?
Yep.
Now we're going to turn right.
So we'll turn right here.
So I wouldn't have had to do this one.
Yep.
Right, so remember we didn't get a chance to go into great detail about
The look routine.
the look routine,
Yep.
yeah? So you want me going no more than what?
Through this path here, 12 miles an hour, as we say.
Yeah, stick to 10 miles an hour
10, yeah.
because we're looking for these emerges, aren't we?
Yeah.
So no more than 10 mile an hour because we're looking for the emerges. You give me a reason.
Yeah. So no more than 10 because we're looking for the emerge. And we can see emerge now.
And we're going to turn left.
And we'll turn left at this one.
So check the interior
So
mirror.
check the interior mirror
Check your left-hand door mirror.
and your left hand door mirror.
Pop the signal on now.
Pop the signal on now.
Cover the brake.
Cover the brake.
Squeeze the brake
Squeeze the brake.
thickness of a pound coin. Steer towards me
Steer towards me.
and tell me when to stop again.
And we'll just stop there.
Right, so don't go anywhere until I say so.
So just don't go anywhere till I say so for now. There's no one behind us.
Just want to talk to you about the reference points again.
And we'll just have a look at those reference points
So
again.
obviously, you have actually talked to me in on the last one,
Yep.
and I've picked a reference point, but I'm not going to roll over and play ball with that straight away.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Because obviously it's very crucial. Yeah.
Yep.
So where does the giveaway line cut into the car, Tony?
So on that side there, Tony, where does the giveaway line cut into the car?
Oh, same place the last time.
Same place as last time?
Yeah, door mirror.
And what about the left side here?
So that's the reference point for. Don't forget the devil's in the detail.
Right, yeah.
So that's the reference point for.
Turning left.
It's the reference point so I don't encroach.
Oh, so you don't go over the white line?
Yeah.
Yep.
And if I do go over the white line, what would be the problem?
There could be a vehicle coming from your right-hand
Yeah.
side, which you'll cause to swerve on the side of the road, and that could cause an accident if there was someone coming the other way.
Exactly.
Or a pedestrian crossing the road.
And if I was stopped too short?
If you're too short, you're not going to be able to see what's coming,
Yeah.
and you're going to have to basically approach the line again
Yeah.
a second time. And also, people travelling behind you
Yeah.
wouldn't expect you to stop that short of the white line.
Right.
If they're not expecting you to stop there, they're probably going to keep moving, and there's a chance they're going to run into the back of you.
All right.
Yeah.
Or they could overtake me, couldn't they?
They could overtake you, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So prepare your car as normal.
So prepare as normal. I think you've selected third
Oh
there
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So we need to get first every time. We need to be really careful about that, because if you're in third, you're not going to make the turn out. The car's going to stall, and you're going to be stalled halfway out the junction.
Oh yeah, you said that in the last one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we always make sure we push the gear stick right over to the left and get first gear.
Oh, I'll push it over towards you.
Yeah,
And
push
then
it towards
forward.
me, feel
Yeah.
the spring,
Yeah.
and push it into first.
Right. So now we've got a chance now. There's nobody behind us, so we can just confirm that second reference point.
So on the left-hand side, you just tell me where your reference point is there then?
Where does the curb?
Where does the curb cut into the car?
Oh, underneath that tax disc again.
Yeah, so the same place as last time. So we've got someone behind us now.
Yeah. Right. So just tell me where to look.
So just, have you checked your mirror?
Yeah.
Great, so just look to the right.
The actual car is gone now, so you can.
Oh,
actually... Yeah. So that's the reference point to stop me going up.
That's the reference point to stop you encroaching over the white line. And to stop on the left side, it's to stop you mounting the curb.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
would be.
Well, it's dangerous for pedestrians.
That's
and,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, not only telling me the what,
Yep.
you're coming in with the big bang.
Yeah.
Why it's dangerous, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Right, so now we're going to have a look at the look routine, yeah?
Yep.
So we're going to look to the right.
So look to the right.
Now, if there's a car coming from the right, Tony, we have to be able to judge that we can get out in front of that car,
Yep.
get some speed up, because what I must enforce that car to do is what we call the 4 S's. I must enforce it to slow,
Yep.
swerve, stop, or swear at
Swerve,
me, yeah? So, that car coming from my right, like this car coming now,
Yep.
could well be doing 30 mile an hour. So I've got to get out of here, and I've got to get my speed up and get down the road a bit, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? So the way we judge that is, you know, I've had experience as a pedestrian.
Yep.
So, you know, if I've crossed the road for the last 20 odd years without getting run over, I should be able to judge that I can walk from here over to there and walk back again.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
So if I can walk from here over to the other side of the road and back again, that should give me enough time to emerge in front of that car
Yeah.
and actually get some speed up.
Yeah.
And I won't force that car to do the 4 S's, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? So prepare yourself as normal
So just prepare yourself as normal.
and look to the right.
Look to the right.
Anybody coming?
Anyone coming?
No. Look
Okay.
ahead, any pedestrians crossing the road?
Any pedestrians
No.
crossing the road ahead?
Look to the left.
And look to the left.
Is there any problems that you see on the left now that you could talk about?
Is there any problems on the left now you can see you can talk about?
No, this is
A question for me.
This is me coming out of roll, yeah?
Okay. Well, yeah, just the cars on the left, and we've got then which is causing a bit of a blind left bend for us up ahead. So we're going to be in the centre of the road, and there'll be cars coming towards us, which probably wouldn't expect us to be there.
Right, that's
Yeah.
good. So look right.
So look
ahead,
right, ahead,
Left.
left.
Ahead. Right.
He's coming around.
And then as I emerge, it's very important that I'm looking in the direction that I'm going, yeah?
Yes.
Because if I'm not, watch me, if I'm not, it's possible I won't steer, and
Yep.
it's also possible that there could be a pedestrian crossing the road and I wouldn't see them. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. So the only thing you didn't do there was actually tell me to steer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So new road.
Yep.
Going to check the interior mirror.
Yep.
See if anybody's followed you. No, there's nobody there.
Great.
We're going to check the right-hand door mirror to see if anybody's overtaken us.
Yep.
And if they were overtaking us, Tony, it's important that we let them go because otherwise we could force them into the back of that silver
Yep.
car. Yeah.
Yep.
What do you see coming up ahead?
So we've got an emerge coming up ahead.
Right, I'll deal with this one myself. Yeah?
Okay.
It is actually a staggered crossroads,
Right.
and we're going to turn left.
And we'll turn left here.
And Clark, we're going to take the next turning to the left again, please.
So we'll take the next turning to the left.
So this is me at a roll now. So
Okay.
obviously on a road like this, you can see there's no emergers coming up.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't really want to be holding me at 10 mile an hour on this road.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah? So it's going to be a speed that's appropriate for the,
Yeah.
the conditions around us, yeah?
Mhm. What speed are you doing now? Just for me, just my own reference.
It comes up in front of you there.
Oh, on this.
Yeah. Yeah, it actually comes up on the windscreen.
Oh, so it does. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh yeah. 20. Great.
I'm just going to follow the road straight.
So we'll just follow the road straight on.
Yeah, the reason why they give us that device for the car is that well, a lot of these cars nowadays you can't see the speedo from
Yeah.
from where you're sitting.
Yeah.
Obviously with the Mini it's easy because you
Yeah.
got it right in the middle. haven't you?
Yeah.
So if you keep talking about this identification, we're looking out for these emerges, Tony.
So we're looking out for the emerges that are coming up ahead.
And what are you looking for?
What we're looking for?
Oh, you tell me. So you're right.
So we're looking for houses that could be facing us. We're looking for street lamps also, because the street lamps are usually directly across the road
Right.
from an emerge.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite commonly.
Look, if I just pull up on the left here for a minute.
Yep.
We've obviously got something rattling somewhere. I'll just sort it out because
Okay.
otherwise it's going to be quite annoying. Actually, I won't put the next number. So. It's that. It's that body of the boot from yesterday, isn't it? I've got nothing in the boot, so
I'll try and listen out for it.
I don't know what it is. I didn't have a rattle earlier this morning, so I don't know where it's come from. It's not your loose change, is it?
Nope.
Right, so carry on from there.